Welcome back to another video, guys. Interestingly enough, as we expected, Orlando took this one. It wasn't terrible overall. They only had 115, but in the end, it just wasn't the most attractive thing to watch because, well, as one can imagine, allowing somebody to shoot for 54.5% from the field isn't going to help you win basketball games. Shocker. Inside the arc, things weren't pretty for us. Overall, our field goal percentage was subpar, 42.5. So that was, just one of those ugly facts of the game just rearing their head again for us. So we just have to accept what it is and keep pushing as best as we can. It's wholesome, though. Really, really it is. We found ourselves in a situation where Lowry shot 6 of 15 from the floor, 40%. You see him go 4 of 7 from 3, though. But, that means by default he went 2 of 8 from inside the arc, which is not good. He hit both of his free throws, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 18 points. Box score plus minus of actually a 0. He had the highest box score plus minus out of anybody on the team in the 33.5 minutes that he played. Coming over to the alternative, Taylor Hendricks, 27.5 minutes per game. In this game. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. A solid overall night from him. Hit both of his free throws, had 7 boards, 2 of them being offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, only 1 turnover, 10 points, box score plus minus of a -4. You saw John Collins, 7 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Had 10 boards, 3 of them being offensive to go along with 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers. Then he obviously had 5 personal fouls in the 35 minutes, which I'm not exactly mad at. It's just one of those evils, I guess. We had him with 19 and 10 on the game, box score plus minus with a -3. Keyonte George in 31 minutes, 5 of 12 from the field, the exact same as Colin Sexton, who was also 5 of 12. But the difference was Keyonte was 2 of 4 from 3, Colin was 3 of 5 from 3. Colin was 6 of 10 from the free throw line, and Keyonte was 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Both of them had 3 rebounds. Keyonte had 9 assists. Colin had 4. Both had 1 steal. Keyonte had 2 turnovers, and Sexton had 1, both with 19 points. Collins' box score plus minus was a -2, and Keontae's was a -4. So overall, not the greatest shooting performance from Keyonte, but a very solid overall game, especially that 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Gotta love that. 9 assists, really hard to beat. Just a really overall comfortable position for him specifically to be in. Colin Sexton not bad as well. 29.5 minutes, almost 30 for him. Chris Dunn played 21.5 minutes, was 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 7 points, box plus minus of a -5. Jordan Clarkson in 35.5 minutes, 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 20% in both categories. Yeah, you guessed it. No free throws, 5 rebounds and 7 assists, 2 steals, only 2 turnovers. So his turnovers have been pretty good lately. His shooting splits, however, have been pretty not good lately. That said, here we are with him having 5 off those 10 field goal attempts. So just not his greatest night. And still only a box score plus minus of a -6. Luka Samanic saw 11.5 minutes today, which is the most he's seen in quite some time. Actually going 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, hit 1 free throw, 4 rebounds actually, and only 2 personal fouls, 8 points for a box score plus minus of a -8. And then Bryce Sensabaugh as well, playing 13.5 minutes, going 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Hit the 2 free throws, though. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, which led the team, actually. We only had 13 total, which is good to see, a lot of people take care of the ball, considering they also had 25 assists, 2-to-1 ratio, not too terrible. His box score plus minus was also a -8. THT, Kyrie Lewis Jr., and Omer Yurtseven did not play in this one, however. we found a situation where the Orlando Magic just, got the job done. Paolo, 10 of 16. Franz Wagner, 6 of 11. Gary Harris, 5 of 8. Jalen Suggs, 5 of 8. Maurice Wagner, 6 of 7. Yeah, just too many guys shooting too high from the field. However, from 3, Gary Harris was 3 of 6. Jalen Suggs was 4 of 7. Everybody else was like 1 of 4, 0 of 1, 0 of 2, 1 of 2, 1 of 4, 0 of 4. So that wasn't terrible. Overall, defensively, from 3-point range, we forced them to 10 of 30, 33%. But overall, that field goal percentage is atrocious. 42 of 77, hitting 54.5%. And that's how they got to their 115. From the free throw line, we saw Paolo get 11. He hit 8 of those. He really was their leader. Markel Fultz was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, though. And overall, Paolo had 9 boards. Moritz had 10, and Cole Anthony had 7, with Wendell Carter bringing up the 4th place with 5. Assist-wise, Franz, Paolo, they both had 6, leading everybody, and then 3rd was Cole Anthony off the bench with 4. They had one more steal than us with 9 total. We had 8. And then Franz Wagner had 2 blocks. Caleb Houston had 2 blocks. And then Gary Harris and Jalen Suggs both had 1, which outpaced us 6-1, actually. The other person with a block for us was John Collins. Go figure, no Walker Kessler, your rim protection kind of goes away. But overall, they got the job done. We did not. That's the point. Epic, what's up, man? You said I'm so high on Hendricks. His development has been so smooth. Yes, it's been definitely a little bit smoother than I actually thought it was going to be. Even though I obviously considered him to be a very high-end prospect, I thought that he was going to make the adjustment pretty seamlessly. I just wasn't expecting it to be to this, this degree. So it was nice for him to go ahead and make that decision. It was pretty solid. It was good, Mac. Yeah, man. I know I popped on live a little bit late. A lot of stuff going on lately. But, just wanted to make a quick solid one. Not take up too much of anybody's time. I got to make another video, man. Mac, give me a video idea real quick. He said, Will Hardy keeping JC in and pulling Hendricks is awful. I might make a video called the Clarkson Conundrum. Boom. I just coined it. I'm about to put that in the queue right now. The Clarkson Conundrum. Yeah, this will work. Maybe something quick about the team we blew up, where the players are now, and how are they doing. Mac, you might have cooked there. You might have actually cooked. Let me see. I just found an article that matches this perfectly. And then I'm also going to, add in, obviously, Fontecchio and the rest of the gentlemen. Boom. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, sir, Mr. Mac. Matter of fact, let me take a picture of your comment, brother. Rough. How does that? You said new angle. I like it. I'm busy, so man, I could chat or something. Nah, you're good, man. You already know. You already know. It's been pretty solid for us. This was actually the original angle that I used to record from way back in the day. So I'm switching it back just to spice things up a little bit. Obviously, my videos are still gonna come from over there. So as soon as I finish here, I'm gonna go pop over there, edit 2 videos, probably schedule those tonight as well. Took a little bit of a nappy nap because I desperately needed one real bad. And we'll see how things go from there. The nation where we at? Flair. Hush, boy. Yeah, fast forward to the lottery would be fire. We gotta talk about the fourth quarter. Talk to me, Incognito. Talk to me. What were you seeing during the fourth quarter? I'll pull up these metrics actually. You know what? Should we gamble and try screen sharing today? I think that might be the move. Keyonte played well up until the quarter. Selfish play for him. Clarkson, terrible. Oh yes, Clarkson was a definitely not good. All right. Ooh, there we go. Am I choppy right now? I'm coming up choppy on my screen. Let me know. Sexton 0 shot attempts. Hardy subbing Lowry and Sexton, and with 4 minutes left, it unacceptable. Definitely can make that case. Now Jordan Clarkson is so bad. We care about development. I'm not understanding having Hendricks on the bench during the game where he might have been your most important player. We look good, just didn't get it done. Frankly, I could not understand the lineup in the last 5 minutes. Clarkson, Key, and Sexton. With Collins and Lowry, 0 perimeter size, defense across the board. What's good, Jackson? Yes, sir. Zach, no, I understand where you're coming from there. One of my biggest concerns, obviously, I pulled up. Let me see here. Advanced usage, miscellaneous scoring point. I wish I could pull up like ooh. I did not know this existed. So this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna skip down to like the last 8 minutes of the fourth. We'll say that. 8.5 minutes. This is actually a very cool tool right here. We find ourselves in a situation with during the last 8.5 minutes of the game, 5 of 12 from the field to their 6 of 11. They shot 54%. Obviously, 3 of 5 from 3 to our 2 of 6. And this is a little bit more evenly matched than I was expecting. Rebounding wise, obviously they got rebounded us 8 to 5. Assist wise, they had 1 less assist than us actually. They had 2 steals. We were dead even. They had a block. We did not. Turnover wise, we were both dead even at 3, and personal foul wise, we both had 5. So the difference came down to the fact that Jalen Suggs went 3 for 3 from 3-point range during the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, which absolutely cannot happen, right? That really just effectively changed things over because Cole Anthony 0 of 2 in 4.5 minutes, right? Markelle Fultz, Joe Ingles, Moritz Wagner, they, as well as Gary Harris, did not even attempt a shot. Wendell Cardi attempted one and missed it. Paolo obviously got his 2 out of 3. He missed his 1-3. Franz went 1 of 2, missed his 3. But this right here, we can't let that happen. Like, that's not okay. Combine that with the fact that Markelle Fultz also getting fouled twice, hitting his at the line. Paolo was responsible for 8 of their 24, right? The only person that was responsible for more was Jalen Suggs off of, less shots. So definitely not our finest showing right there. Looking at us, you had Jordan Clarkson 0 of 3, missed both of his. Had 3 assists, though, so I'm actually not going to absolutely hot dog water boil him right now. He did have 1 turnover to his 3 assists, had a board, had a steal. Still not good. 8.5 minutes, 0 of 3 is what he's producing. Can't do that. We saw Chris Dunn hit both of his, actually. Finally hit a 3, was 0 of 3 previous to that. Box score plus minus of a +1. Colin obviously only played 4.5 minutes over the last 8 minutes of the game. Missed the one shot attempt that he had. Kind of confusing to me why that's how things got schemed up, but it is what it is, right? Somehow we're supposed to be accepting this. We had Keyonte George playing almost 7 minutes out of that 8.5. 0 of 2 from the field. Did go 5 of 5 from the free throw line and had an assist. So I'm not going to cook him too hard, but obviously defensively things were not ideal because you see Sexton -8, Keyonte -7, and Jordan Clarkson -6. So regardless, the 3-guard lineup was not getting the job done the way that it needed to. Luka during the span really didn't do much. Bryce during the span didn't really do much. John Collins did hit one shot, went 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had 3 boards, 1 turnover. Box score plus minus a -6 though. Taylor Hendricks hit the 1-3 that he took, had nothing else. Did have a foul though, in exactly 4 minutes actually, which is crazy. Lowry in almost 6 minutes. This would put him tied with John Collins for the. Oh, so they must have staggered them together. Okay, so yeah, exactly, because -6, -6. 1 of 2 from the field, missed the 1-3 that he took. Had a steal, no boards, nothing else to speak of. So another not great game from Lowry. Jordan Clarkson still not shooting well from the field. Keyonte not being absolutely bad. Sexton not getting enough burn. Chris Dunn playing literally a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes. And the final, 2/3 of the fourth quarter. Kind of crazy, guys. I don't know about y'all. But somehow that's how the cookie crumbled. If I were to dial this back out to the full fourth quarter, it's basically the same thing. Even dialing it in here, Jordan Clarkson played the entirety of the fourth quarter and was 1 of 4. I did have 5 assists though, so that's where most of his assists came. Most of his assists did not come during the first 20 minutes that he played. He must have had 2 assists. I think I said he had 7 overall in the day. Yeah, not great. Definitely had 2 turnovers. Box score plus minus was the worst out of everybody. Understandably so. Luka wasn't bad today, all things considered. Bryce didn't really have a great game. That's okay. Chris Dunn was decent. Sexton only attempted 1 shot and played 4.5 minutes during that entire fourth quarter. Jordan Clarkson played the entire fourth quarter. I don't like that. I actually am not fond of that. Especially with Keyonte only playing. If we're supposed to be developing the rookies and Bryce plays half the fourth quarter, Keyonte plays half the fourth quarter, and then Jordan Clarkson plays the entire fourth quarter, we must really be shopping him in the offseason. I'm not going to lie, because it makes no other worldly sense why we would go so far, because it's blatant pandering having him play. I'd rather see a backcourt of Keyonte, Sexton, Bryce. I'm not going to lie, especially in this situation where the guy shoots 2 of 10 from the field for the day, right? You played him all the fourth quarter. He was 1 of 4 from the field, missed both of his threes. The only positive was the fact that he had 5 assists, but he had, 2 turnovers as well. Had the lowest box score plus minus. Didn't happen by accident. Didn't happen by design. It was what it was. Taylor Hendricks, obviously, only a -2 box score plus minus. Hit 1 3, had 1 board. Just effective when he's on the court. Overall, Paolo got after in the fourth quarter. We know Jalen Suggs got in there that last 8 minutes. Nobody else did anything absolutely insane. But you saw Paolo basically be the epitome of great play, and Clarkson for us probably being the epitome of poor play overall. Though he did have a significant number of assists, you can't knock the guy for having that. But overall, just not a great showing for us, if I am to be quite frank. But yeah, I just wanted to peek at that real quickly. Just a little bit interesting. Where are we? I apologize. I know we skipped back here. George's shot selection toward the end was a killer. Yeah, understandably so. Why do you play rookies in the clutch? Because they don't care about winning anymore. They're not going to blatantly say they're tanking, but they are going to say we're focused on the rookies' development. And so I would love, if we're going to play the rookies part of the regular period, Jordan Clarkson shouldn't be that next guy, right? Let's go ahead and go full rookies, right? Right? Because it's not like Bryce Sensabaugh's defense is that much different from Jordan Clarkson. I'm not gonna lie. Similar height, actually. I think Bryce is what, an inch taller, roughly the same way, maybe a little bit heavier. Go ahead and play the kid. Might as well. What do you have to lose? We lost anyways. It allows him to be in a tight match to see things going. Just is what it is at this point. I hope we can somehow bring Dunn back because I have a feeling no vets even want to stay in the system. I think Dunn's likely to come back. As long as we pay him a decent wage, he's right now making what, $2.1 million this year. So I think he's more so at the very least worth like $5 million, especially since you let a bunch of guys walk in free agency. You re-sign Lowry, give him an extra 15 next year, and set him up through the rest of another 5-6 years total. And I trust the process, But Chris Dunn is a very reliable backup point guard, a very mature, savvy guy. A lot of people said that we should Udonis Haslem him, basically keep him on the roster until he retires and is old as dirt. I'm not opposed to that by any stretch of the imagination. Chris Dunn's a winner. He's a very big culture guy. He's not a big talker. He's a very professional. I like his play style. It would make sense to keep him there for a long time to come, and have him be the more reliable and consistent veteran on this roster over Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson shot selection wouldn't have been any better. Wish they'd feed their best player in the best player in the fourth. Yeah, I don't agree with George clowning games. I can't even lie. The Jazz look done. They have zero care in the world right now. Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely not great. Both players should have been found out. They should have found Sexton as he was the one killing the Magic. Dunn should be closing the game, period. You pick a second guard. I don't care. Sexton needs to be on the floor. I don't see it as a debate too clear to me because the best player on the team. I know people wouldn't want to. Oh. Don't want to hear that, but it's clear to me. Luka played good and looked good, actually. Yep. Jackson, very good take right there. Yes, sir. If the Jazz don't convey, honestly, I see like 5 dudes who would fit perfectly. Blues with this Castle Shepard among the group. Castle's a very interesting pick. I like that one. Epic, you be doing your research, sir. Thank you. I love that. I'm okay with the rookies getting burned, but closing games should not be a mandatory thing. The Clarkson minutes needs to be studied thoroughly. Yes, abnormally so. If we're going to say that we're going to play the rookies and we're all in on the rookies, then all 3 rookies should be on the court basically the entirety of the fourth quarter. Let's just call a spade a spade. Don't leave Lowry out there for a significant period of time, right? Don't leave John out there for a long time. Don't leave Colin out there. Definitely don't leave Jordan Clarkson out there. The entirety of the fourth? That's inexcusable. Let Luka play, let Bryce play, let Hendricks play, let Keyonte, and run them. Let's say you want to stagger them and give them meaningful minutes, right? There's no way to possibly give them meaningful minutes alongside Jordan Clarkson right now. He's too streaky. It's not a reliable solution. It's not a viable solution to the situation, right? You can't do that. We're seeing the negative effects of it right now. He's just not a great person to lead your guys. Unless you want guys to end up playing like Jordan Clarkson, you should not run them on a consistent basis alongside Jordan Clarkson, right? I'd much rather have a lot of these guys have the intensity that Colin Sexton has, because all the rookies are taller, rangier, and have probably more long-term defensive upside than Colin Sexton. So if they try on defense like Colin does, by default, by you having better intangibles, you should be a better defender, right? Playing alongside Chris Dunn, you're going to be forced to be a better defender. You're going to be forced to communicate. You're going to be forced to be held more accountable individually for what you're supposed to do, because he's not a slouch on that side of the floor. Jordan Clarkson doesn't always communicate on that side of the floor, much less try. So, of course, they're not going to be held to a certain standard. They're not going to push themselves as hard as they need to. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. I don't see why Jordan Clarkson played the entire fourth quarter, right? He played 20 minutes before this. If you really want to play him down the fourth, play him like the first 4 minutes of fourth. Pull him out. Let him relax. To me, this is a very clear. If this continues, this is a very clear Jordan Clarkson has gone on the offseason move, because you can't explain to me what he has nothing to develop, right? We've seen him this entire season be streaky, be extremely streaky, like streaky in ways we've never seen him before. He's not chasing the 6 man of the year award. Not like this. Not like this. Overall in the season, let me see what his numbers are looking like. overall on the season, he is averaging 30 minutes, 16.8 points, shooting 41% from the field, which is literally okay. He's literally shooting a career low from the field. Literally shooting a career low from the field, guys. The lowest he shot before this was 2 seasons ago on for the Jazz when he shot 41.9% on half less on less excuse me, dang, on 0.5 less field goal attempts per match. From 3, he is shooting his career worst on 5.6 attempts a game. 29.5%. The next closest would be again 2 seasons ago when he was 31.8% from 3 on 7.6 attempts. This year he's shooting 5.6 and shooting worse. From the free throw line, he's okay. 3.2 or 3.7, 88%. That's pretty in line with his higher years, actually. That's his third highest to date, which is really good because it's also the most amount of free throw attempts he's had in a game in his career at 3.7. Rebound wise, pretty in line with things. 3.5, nothing crazy. 3.4, nothing crazy. Assist wise, the most assists, I'll give him that. He's had the most assists in his career. He's added that playmaking to his bag a little bit. It hasn't always been the prettiest, but it's gotten done. Last season he was 4.4 assists to 3 turnovers. This season he's 5 assists to 2.7 turnovers. 0.6 steals, pretty in line with everything else. 0.1 blocks, don't really care about that. Less personal foul prone than he usually tends to be. Last season was 2, before that 1.9, before that 1.6, before that 1.5. Pretty reasonable numbers, honestly. It should be 1.8. He did have the most double doubles this season that he's had in a season his entire career. Had 1 triple double. The infamous one. That was our first one in 16 years almost. But no, 41% from the field and 29.5% from 3. I'm pretty sure he's pushing Keyonte George right here. He's really pushing Keyonte George numbers right here. That's the scariest part. But no, there's absolutely no reason to do this unless he is going to be getting traded in the offseason. That's the only way any of this makes sense. Yeah, so it's time to, let him go out with a bang. Let him really have at it and give him his flowers when he leaves. That's what it's looking like. Yo, what's good, Ray? How's the game? I missed it. Oh, it was good, Carter. Yeah, man. Nothing crazy. Just a typical sell session on our part. Anniversary was today. Ooh, Carter, how many years? How long has it been, brother? Let me know. Congratulations. Jeff, what's good, my guy? We said I'm surprised if we're not shopping JC this offseason. Oh, we have to. That's the only way this makes sense. Period. Point blank. Is it safe to say Lowry is washed? That brother needs help. He's just struggling a little bit. I actually want to see. Can I pull up the shot chart? Game charts. Shot plot. I'll reset the range and switch it to Lowry marketing. Oh no, all periods. So Lowry had a rough game today, guys. Lowry had a rough game. In fact, he was 1, 2, 3, 4. He was 2 of 6 inside the restricted area, like at or inside the restricted area. He was 0 of 2 from the left, like short corner, like in the midi part. The actual 3 he hit. He was 2 of 3 from the left wing. He hit the one down the middle from 3, and then he was 0 of 2 on the right side from 3. I'm gonna start paying more attention to these shot charts because these are kind of good. These are good graphics to have. But yeah, not a great game. I was trying to gloss over it as much as I could, but when he's supposed to be your most consistent guy, your biggest scorer, got to call a spade where it's necessary. Didn't have a lot of rebounds either. Definitely not his greatest performance that we've seen. Larry's inability to do anything else with his shots aren't falling is what's concerning to me. Yes, I would agree with you on that one. We did have that short span of playmaking, where he had like between 2 and 5 assists for like 8 or 9 straight games, but I guess it just went away. So it wasn't as, reliable as Colin Sexton's change, which is disheartening. Rebounding wise, he's been having a lot more poor rebounding nights, which leads me to believe that he's avoiding physicality to a certain extent, which is mildly concerning in and of itself. I like to think that he locks things in, but there's no guarantees to that, which is more concerning than anything. I won't say wash, more like he's being forced to do more, and he's obviously trying. It's been rough. Fair. Exactly. If he's seeing that the rookies can cut Clarkson's minutes, can't want to develop guys, then also overplay Clarkson. Nightly change. He's playing terrible. Yeah, he is. For lack of better phrasing, just absolutely atrocious. Dunn will come back for the right price. I'm more interested in getting Dunn into the all-defensive team. Honestly, he is definitely worth it. He's definitely an all-defensive caliber player. Bar very few, actually. I'm with you on that, actually, Jeff. I posted that if we do convey that pick to OKC and they don't like anyone else, they'll package the remaining 2 picks for a veteran and bring in Perdita as the only rookie. I could see that. I would like to see them get a lengthy take a risk on a lengthy wing. In the draft, I mean, we have the ability to do it unless that's gonna be our veteran that we bring in. But it's the question of who do we want and who's available on the market even for us to get. To be quite honest with you. A little late to the response, but I love doing research because this season is so painful. Yeah, you really do have a genuine consideration for trading market if the team offers 4+ picks, in my opinion. Yeah, at this point, you have to entertain it because what is the championship really going to look like? But we have 3 more years, maybe, right? We need to see progress immediately next year, right? Let's go ahead and gamble it all right now. Just we went ahead and traded and said, Fontecchio, Abaji, Olenek, they're not part of the future. Let's go ahead and see what we can get out of them. They're going to be expiring. Ocha, I think, just got thrown in there to make things work. I actually haven't seen his numbers recently. I heard he had 1 or 2 good games for the Raptors, but overall, nothing too substantially crazy. 4 years for us. Got married on Leap Day. Hey, clap it up. I'm happy for you, man. Good job. I'm going to get like you one day, Carter. Trust and believe. That day just isn't today, unfortunately. Yeah. Keep it going, man. Loving somebody despite their flaws. That's the best thing that you can do, A lot of people misconstrue love and say that, it's just 2 people that care about each other very much and want to do life together. No, that's not necessarily what it is. It's about 2 people understanding that they individually are flawed and understanding and seeing and recognizing and acknowledging the flaws of the other person and saying, I understand that you are flawed. I am flawed as well. I would still be honored if you would do life with me. Just 2 people that are imperfect, recognizing their imperfections on their own and together and deciding to work through them despite it all. Congratulations to Carter, by the way. Again, I've said it a couple times, but still, yes. 100%. Yeah. Yes, sir. Gotta enjoy the good things. The Jazz aren't giving us something to be hype about. So we're gonna be hype for Carter. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be hype for Carter. OG member of the family, man. We said I'm seeing him force shots when guys are open, opposed to forcing a tough shot. Fair. I hope he's gone because he's been given the longest leash of any player in the league. Yeah, basically. I only have to remember anniversary every 4 years. Pete, you're hilarious, dude. That's the other commenting on the 3-guard lineups. Yeah. They're very interesting to keep up on. He's you'll find her. Hey, you already know, Carter. What did he? Hey, we trust in the process. Always trust the process. Build what you have. Build what you might have in the future. And we gonna rock. We gonna rock out, man. We gonna rock out. You already know. We know. We already know. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I didn't see Keontae. I don't see Keontae as a point guard. I think they should develop him as an off-ball guard. I think they're forcing it to be a little bit. He has some games where he flashes. Incognito, I'm actually with you on this one. I see some games where he shows flashes of being that guy, and then other games he just looks like he doesn't want to pass, or it doesn't feel natural to him yet. And I guess part of the reason why I just don't abruptly throw that opinion out there is because the what do you call it? Because honestly, let's face it, Colin Sexton was more of a two guard than anything coming into this season. Even I'm willing to admit that, and I'm one of the biggest Colin Sexton guys out there. But what eventually ended up happening was he just showed a great growth in playmaking. And even though the season got disheveled and we saw a lot of guys get shipped out and the chemistry fell apart, and his job changed a lot, since then. I still think that's a very uncanny thing to occur. I'm wondering if it was somebody on the coaching staff or his decision individually. Either way, I love it. I would like to see, Keyonte make that growth. I would honestly like to see Keontae's just shooting splits become consistently better. And we're having some here and there, but I don't know. I do not know. It is quite the conundrum. I used to be team convey with this pick, but honestly, I see Salam, Walter, Castle, Collier, so many other options within that range. I love the potential fit. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's hope we beat the Heat. Will JB be suspended or will he be back by then? Shoot, I'm not sure. We're about to find out. That's for sure. We are about to find out. I think Sexton's scoring also opens up his passing a ton, which is why we saw that jump. I don't see Keyonte reaching that level in terms of scoring. Yeah, it's like the thing is, a lot of Keontae's shot selections, his shot selection isn't bad. His shots just don't fall. And that's what the problematic part is, because it's like, oh, you shoot the right shot, you're just missing right now. Cool, we'll get better. The season kept ticking. We sat him on the bench, and he's got a little bit better, a little bit more consistent. Then we pulled him back in the starting lineup, and things have been, on and off. And it's like, okay, we can't keep playing the back and forth game. We need to see something that we know for certain you can rely on every single game. And that's what this point in the season is for. It's really for those guys to develop. I want to see more Bryce. I'll just say, I want to see more Bryce. To me, Bryce and Keyonte are not very different. They're both subpar defenders. They're both not terrific at playmaking, learning how to make better for themselves individually. I just think that Bryce might be a more efficient scorer. Call me crazy. I think Bryce might be a more efficient scorer. So it's going to be, just a long-term difference maker. So we'll see what they decide to do. I think that, Bryce needs to be playing 20-plus minutes. I understand that, you want to make Clarkson's trade value and everything go higher as much as you can leading into the offseason. So I'm not necessarily mad at it. But we need to know who our rookies are in their entirety. We don't need any surprises next season when we think guys are playing really good and then all of a sudden they just fall off a cliff or something. We need to know exactly what somebody's strengths and weaknesses are all in totality, all across the board. So when we add more pieces to the pie, it makes sense and the puzzle doesn't get, mixed up and squandered. Clarkson has been bunless lately. Bro, he's been actually buns all season. Like, we've tried, the number of times we've given him a pass is actually kind of crazy, because we understand him to be a streaky scorer to begin with. So we know he's never going to shoot, a consistent 48% from the field. But when you're shooting 41% from the field for the season, for 58 games, right? Not 20, not 30, not even 40, not half the season. No. Almost 2/3 of the season now, he's been shooting 41% from the field. Career low, by the way. An understandable career low on the most shot attempts. And then you also follow that up with 29.5% from three on 5.5 attempts a game. That's not good. That's actually horrible. That's actually horrible. Like, please steal those shot attempts and give them to somebody else. I would much rather see Taylor Hendricks shoot the ball that many times at this point. Not that I hate Jordan Clarkson. I don't want it to come off that way, but he's been so incredibly inefficient this season. He's been a net negative across the board. And we can't be blind and act like we don't see it anymore, right? It's right there in front of our eyes every single freaking game. And he has like 4 bad games and then one really good one. It's like, oh my God, we should keep him. And then it's like he regresses so terribly. Just like the consistency isn't there anymore. And it sucks because he was a fun jazz man to have. He was really that guy sometimes. It's just this year, he has not been that guy at all. His I'm him to not him moments, it's like 2 to 54. Like it's bad. It's real bad. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, Pete. It harkens back to the point you made last trade deadline. We're shopping Clarkson, but everybody found someone else to take, so we're putting JC in full display to increase value. Yeah. Zamir has he never been subbed out for mistakes? No, not this season at the very least. He hasn't. They don't. No, they just don't. And it's a little bit irritating. Oh, he's more than cool. That man, the owner guy, he got the owner in his pocket. Man, look. Sexton tries to open up threes. One thing I'll say about Sexton also that we've seen as a very big growth point after the first 30 games when he started, like when he got into his starts this year, his playmaking went up also because he drove downhill with a plan. It was orchestrated. It was developed into the offense, embedded what he should have done in those situations. And he finally started being able to properly execute those things. So whether it had been a drive and a kick or it had been a drive, a lob past John Collins, or just an opportunity for a simple dump off to Walker Kessler, whoever else was there, he drove with proper intentions and always made sure that he was in the proper situation to either make the play or shoot the shot himself or to it pass so that it didn't end up being a turnover. We saw in past seasons, and even like when he was at the Cavaliers, was he significant score? Of course, hands down, most definitely. Top, like very, very, very talented scorer. Very efficient from the field despite his size. The issue was he drives downhill and he just shakes the ball loose, thinking they're going to get they're going to give him a foul call, and they don't give him foul calls, right? They don't give him that all-star nod, that superstar nod. He just doesn't get that. So he finally got to a point where like everything he did was calculated. Everything he did had a reason. And the level of pressure and the change of pace that he added to his game is no longer just one gear. He sees an opening, he shoots the gap and drives straight downhill at the rim. It's not that anymore. There's a lot more patience and wiggle to his game. A lot more starting and stopping, a lot more change of pace. And I think that also opens things up because it makes him it makes him less predictable. Whereas you have Jordan Clarkson, where there's spans of 4, 5, 6 minutes of a game where Jordan Clarkson doesn't pass. Like the ball touches his hands and that possession is dead. Either he's going to make the shot or he's going to miss the shot. Either way, everybody knows, everybody on the floor knows, everybody in their mama knows he's going to shoot that shot. And that's the thing that also hurts Clarkson. I don't think he actually quite understands that because like we just saw, 5 of his assists came during the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, right? When things were already over for him individually. He had already been shooting poorly the entire game. And it's like, if you put yourself in a position to shoot poorly every single game and everybody knows you're still going to shoot the ball, they're not worried about you passing because you're not going to pass. We know you. You don't have to lie to us. We see the tape. We see the film. We know how many shot attempts you take a game. We know who you be stealing shots from. You're not gonna pull the wool over our eyes. We watch film. You don't pass. Then we play you in the first quarter. You don't pass. In the second quarter, you don't pass. You think in the second half when you pass it 2-3 times, we're gonna no. Silly goose. No. Absolutely not. We know who you are. We know exactly who you are, silly. You're not going to pass it because we're going to play you super hard. And if you make a tough shot, good bucket. Good bucket, boy. But your numbers are saying you're not making the good shots. You're not making the tough shots, buddy. You're not that guy, pal. And that's the moral of this year. That's the moral of the story. That's just how his year has gone so far to date. So, I mean, it's not great. And I heard a little bit because we traded Fontecchio when he really got into the groove of things. Even when Fontecchio wasn't hitting his shots, he was still playable because his defense was up to standard. When Clarkson is not hitting his shots, he's not playable, but we still play him. So we have to, this is a move. The video's in the queue now. I might call it the decline of Jordan Clarkson. He might be washed. I'm playing. I hope he's not washed, actually. I think it's a little bit of the system and the fact that he just is so shot heavy and doesn't pass enough. I think Clarkson needs a fresh situation. I think this is our play at, showcasing his abilities. Obviously, he's not going to be great. We know he's still streaky. Every team in the league knows he's streaky by now. We've all given them a taste of his streakiness. Everybody's seen a good game, and some teams have seen just straight bad games by him. But I think that we'll end up trading him. He'll end up probably seeing a little bit more opportunity and success in somebody else's system. But right now, it's just hard to stomach his play. I think he's showing points. He gets the offense volume. You get Luka every time. Yeah, I'm with you, Incognito. The team needs a competent three. Yeah. Yeah, badly. We need a genuine wing. We need a genuine wing to put alongside Lowry that can score off the dribble. Maybe it's a young rookie we bring in. I really wanted the reason why I really wanted Ochai to stay was because Ochai's athletic, right? He's not he doesn't have the deepest bag of dribble moves, but he's decent and athletic. I didn't think he was a 3-and-D guy, and we tried to make him that. I feel like once we traded Fontecchio, I thought that was going to open minutes for him to prove that he wasn't that guy. Him and Taylor Hendricks were obviously going to split the minutes. And, let's say they both get, 20 and a half apiece. His role would, by and large, change because Fontecchio was allowed to put the ball on the deck a couple times. He wasn't just a 3-and-D player at the small forward spot. But then we traded him. So that just told me that Ochai wasn't the guy. They felt comfortable understanding that, this wasn't a great pickup for us. It didn't cost us much to have him. Well, cool. And then that's what they did. I said, I also think this team has a hierarchy issue simply because Hardy has played Clarkson too much. Often should run through Sexton first option and Lowry's a second option. I can see that. 3-guard lineup only works with George Sexton done. Exactly. Thank you. Yes. I'm actually entertaining that one. And that one only, actually, David. Yes. The fourth quarter show it like the most because the ball isn't going to certain guys. Is more of a 2 in my opinion. I can see that. I can definitely respect that. I just think that Agbaji should have had more opportunities to prove he wasn't that guy, and we sent them away. As a matter of fact, let me look up his percentages right now. Ochai, Agbaji, stats. Okay, so he's been a little bit all over the place. He's played 7 games for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 19 minutes, 18 minutes, 5 minutes, 14, 17, 20. So he seems to be a teen minutes kind of guy, similar to what he was with us. Yesterday against the Mavericks, he played 8 minutes. Did he get hurt? He only played 8 minutes and missed the 1-3 that he took, had a rebound and an assist. Against the Pacers, he played 20 minutes, had 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Against the Hawks before that, in 17 minutes, he had 14 points, shooting 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds. And now in his first game that he played for them, he didn't play well. He played 19 minutes, was 3 of 9 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. So yeah, he definitely needed that 4 or 5 night because he's 0 of 8, 1 of 9, 1 of 10, 5 of 15. 6 of 17. He's 6 of 18. Yeah, so he's exactly 33% from 3 for them so far. But we'll see how things play out for him. I do wish for the best for him though. Tough game versus Dallas. I always knew Olynyk would be hard to replace, but crap, this is something else. LOL. Yeah, yeah, because Olynyk was the reliable hub. For that second unit because we didn't have a guy that was going to consistently be able to do that at a high level at least. And yeah, he's streaky based on those numbers. Yeah, definitely. His minutes have also been like an up and down thing though, but still, I'm willing to entertain that the Ochai that they get by the end of the season, they still have what 20 more games, 25 more games. The Ochai they get by the end of the season will be the Ochai for the rest of time. For honestly. I don't see much of a change. Been studying so long, this man fitted Utah would be Embiid, exactly what we need. Epic, I'm gonna steal that. Epic, I'm gonna steal that and turn that into a vid. I hope you know that. You just let me cook. Ooh, and he's overseas. Yes, sir. 6'9", 212. I like that. 18, Paris, France. Playing in the Pro A top league. Okay. I like that. I like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, epic. Yeah. You cook with this one. No, I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. Um, Trading Ochi made no sense unless he wanted out. I think they just needed to make the deal work and they wanted to get it first for sure. I think that's what it came down to. How do you feel about George as PG role? I'm not big on Keyonte George at the point guard right now. I'm hoping that he has a Sexton-esque growth period, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't see it happening. And that's the most concerning part for me because that puts him into the off guard spot, which is fine, but his defense has to get better, right? Because then that question becomes, okay, who do you pair him with? Because you can't pair him with somebody who's a poor defender because then you're gonna have crappy defending unless you're gonna say, okay, he's a reliable rotation piece. He's going to be a slightly more efficient, slightly better playmaking, slightly less turnover prone version of Jordan Clarkson. He's going to be the replacement for Jordan Clarkson on the bench. If you want to say that, okay. It's really just it's beggar's choice, dealer's choice. Feel free to also steal the idea, Stephen Castle, same range. I love the Jazz somehow land. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and copy that and add that to my queue. And if they think I'm playing, I'm not. If they think I'm playing, I'm not. Indeed. I like what you're cooking up here. Epic. Yep. Yeah. And it's about to be draft season. Oh yeah. That's WVID. That's coming in March. Predicted to go to the and then general range in the draft. Mm-hmm. Very good. I see him as a Clarkson play type in my opinion. Oh well, yep. No, literally word for word, bar for what I just suggested. Can you say Jordan Clarkson dropped the ball real bad? All these highlights and scouting reports. Man, how this guy not top 5 potential? Hey, they feel how they feel about him. So quick question before I hop off here and get to work cooking up some videos. Do you guys think I should do an overall video of these draft prospects individually, or do you think I should lump all 5 of them in the same video? Let me know. Should I lump them all together or make it how many do I have? 4 or 5 players, I think, right now. Should I make it 5 different videos and just make a week where the uploads are about these guys specifically? The videos wouldn't be terribly long. They'd probably be like 8-ish minutes if I did them individually. I might make it 2 or 3 videos and give them each like 5 minutes of runtime. I'll probably make it 2 videos and then give it like the top end ones out of the group and then like the other ones that might potentially be sneaky picks, but aren't as probably surefire in my eyes as the other ones. I think I might do it that way. I wonder who was interested in Sexton, but the price was too high. Yeah. Although individual might be better for attention span. That's a good point, Epic. That is a good point. What is easy for you? I mean, honestly, either way. I record rather quickly. As soon as I have my numbers in front of me, it's just weird. I don't script really anything, which is why I had the issue at one point, like for like 5 or 6 videos straight, where I was like, with that being said, like I don't have filler words. I don't have a lot of ums and like I'm not one of those. I have certain phrases that are continuous throughout videos. But yeah, do people stay long enough for 5+ minute videos? On my videos that are roughly like 10 minutes, they stay probably 4-ish, 4.5 minutes. On the video that I posted most recently, though, people stayed 7 minutes in, 7 out of the 18 minutes. So, thank you. Welcome. People don't usually pay attention that long. That's the issue. Yeah. Attention span strength, crazy. I'm not a short form content guy. I love me a good long video. I'm not gonna lie. Now, might I put it in 2 times speed? Of course. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm on a time crunch, but I really want to watch this video, I'm not gonna watch half this video now, half of it later. I want to see it all right now. So I'm gonna put that thing on 2 times 2 speed. As long as the person can properly articulate themselves, and I'm not like trying to turn on subtitles or something. Yeah, I'm speed running everything. But yeah. I'm going to search up each player so you'd be able to feed easier. Or not actually depends. It'll be a low effort. It would honestly be a low effort video because now since I switched back to the format of just like me in front of the camera, just the talking head ones, um, it's a little bit easier. Mm. This draft one came out October 2nd, so we're gonna see change from that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could definitely work with this. I could definitely work with this. Yeah, I could. Yeah, yeah, we could definitely cook with this. I'm not gonna lie. So probably second week of March, first or second week of March. Well, tomorrow starts first week of March. So, probably expect that the second week of March. It might be. I'm debating if I'm gonna make them. I'll make individual videos. You know what? I'll gamble. I'll gamble. They probably the thing that might. Um. You know what? The foreigners I'll make individual videos for. Everybody else, the Americans I'll lump together. Because what ends up happening is I realized like any video where I did about Fontecchio, Clarkson, or Lowry always did the best because they're representing an entire like country, so people tune in specifically for that person individually. Um, which is fine. So that would be nice. I mean, obviously, it would be good for the brand if we got a Frenchman added to the fold because people would pay attention for him specifically. But we'll see. Yeah. Jazz taking about up to 1.7. I know. I'm trying to get to 2K. I thought I was going to be able to get to it this month. I was wrong. So it looks like I'm shooting for it at the end of March, which is fine. 2,300 subscribers. No, dang. 230 subscribers is what I need. I think I'm right at 1,770. I'm going to check real quick. Yes. Yeah, I'm at 1,770 subscribers exactly. So hopefully these videos hit and I can draw in a new audience. And we'll see how things go from there. I've been thinking, should I make this channel my main channel just period, not do a second basketball channel? Like obviously I'm still gonna go live every night for the Utah Jazz games. That's not gonna change regardless. But should I switch and start doing like a lot of teams videos? Like have a dedicated 2 days probably out of the week where it's always going to be a Jazz video, and then obviously I'm still going to do the post games every time, and then just add like 2 or 3 regular team videos. Should I do that, or should I keep it on the second channel? Let me know, because I've been up in the air about it. That's all. Got to decide who my favorite prospect is this year. In the Jazz range last year it was Hendricks and Keyonte Wallace. This year might be Salon or Boosleys. Okay. Do whatever's going to bring you the most success, in my opinion. If doing a lot of team vids works, I say do it fast. Break Report is another smaller dude who kind of does that. I don't like him. Oh yeah, I see a lot of people. I have a lot of crossover and audience range from his world view of things. So yeah, I might end up. I don't know. We'll see though. But yeah, I just wanted to run that by y'all first, since y'all show up to darn near every live every time. So, and my lives have been kind of hit or miss lately. I've been on and off. But yeah, when you have time, do live game reactions. I might have to find a way. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about doing it on the days where the Jazz don't play, but I'm kind of up in the air with how I want to format that. But with that being said, I appreciate you gentlemen popping into the live. I know it was rather late considering it was like probably 30, 45 minutes after the game ended. I'm glad that we got to chop it up, talk about some things, got some interesting insight for some upcoming videos. Expect a Jordan Clarkson video, expect one about the draft prospects, and expect one about the players that, we gave away this season and in the past. With that being said, thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, become a member, support the channel. As always, good morning, good evening, good night, no matter where you're on the globe watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.